As you know, in the last chapter, in the last week, we discussed about the different events which take place in during the adolescence. Okay, first is change in body shape. Okay, second is a voice change, and today we are going to discuss about the development of sex organs. Okay, so look up figure 9.1 and 9.3. Okay, of the previous lesson we show sex organs of humans. It is in reproduction in humans where chapter. So you can see also at puberty male sex organs like the testes and penis develop completely. The testes also begin to produce sperms. Okay, in girls the ovaries enlarge and eggs begin to mature. Also ovaries start releasing mature eggs. Then the reaching mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. Okay. Now you read something different in this chapter. Okay, as the previous one you already read in the last chapter. So adolescence is also a period of change in person's way of thinking. Okay. Now you can easily relate this with the when you came yesterday in the school. Okay, some students are speaking differently. So ma'am are saying okay that they are speaking like this. So you can understand that this is the thinking. Okay, think making of thinking changing and behavior of persons will be changing. Okay, so adolescents are more independent than before and are also self conscious. Okay, so इंटेलेक्चुअल डेवलपमेंट टेक्स प्लेस. इंटेलेक्चुअल मीन्स बुद्धिमत्ता का विकास. ठीक है, जो आपका बौद्धिक विकास है वो बहुत अच्छे से होता है इस चीज में. Intellectual development takes place and they tend to spend considerable time thinking. Okay, in fact, it is often the time in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. Okay, so you can see this is the main thing which you can imply on your school education or in your career. Okay, whatever you want to become, because you are also in a age of teenage. That's why this lesson is given in your book. Okay, इसलिए जितना ज़्यादा आप अपने दिमाग का भी इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि अभी आपके दिमाग की जो कैपेसिटी है वो बहुत ही अच्छी होती है. So sometimes, however, an adolescent may feel insecure while trying to adjust the changes in the body and mind. Okay, sometimes this happens to you also. But an adolescent learner, you should know that there is no reason to feel insecure. Okay, so there is no way to insecure about yourself. Okay, because this is a thing which have to be comes in everyone's life. Okay, so these changes are a natural part of growing up. So whatever changes you feel in your body structure, in your mental ability, okay, these are the part of your life. So then we will talk about the secondary sexual characters. Then you can easily understand these things. In you have learned in chapter 9 that testes and ovaries are the reproductive organs. Okay, they produce the gametes, that is sperm and ova. In girls, breasts begin to develop at puberty, and boys begin to grow facial hair, that is mustache and beard. Okay, mustache and beard. As these features help to distinguish the male from the female, they are called secondary sexual characters. Okay, that's why the characters. Okay, these are called secondary sexual characters because they distinguish. Okay, male and female. Boys also develop hair on their chest. Okay, in both boys and girls, hair grows under the arms and in the region above the thighs or the pubic region. So both Pujo and Paheli wish to know what initiates changes at puberty. Okay, actually they want to know that what are the changes which comes first. Okay, the changes which occur at adolescence are controlled by hormones. So who initiate these changes? Actually they want to know who initiate these changes. So these changes are initiated or controlled by the hormones. Okay, so hormones are chemical substances. These are secretions from endocrine glands. You have to remember. Okay, the hormones are chemical substances and these are secreted by endocrine glands or endocrine system. The male hormone or testosterone begin to released by the testes at the onset of puberty. Okay, as the puberty stage start in males, the testosterone hormone is work on for males. Okay, and it is release the testes on and it start the formation of sperm. This causes change in his voice about which you have just learned. Okay. For example, the growth of facial hair. Once puberty is reached in girls, ovaries begin to produce female hormones or estrogen. So you have to keep in mind that female hormone is estrogen and male hormone is testosterone, which makes the breast develop. Milk secretion, milk secreting glands or mammary glands develop inside the breast. Okay, the production of these hormones is under the control of another hormone secreted from an endocrine gland called pituitary gland. Okay, so as you know that a pituitary gland is called also called as the master gland because it controls all other glands, okay, for their secretions of hormone. So these hormones, okay, are in control with an endocrine gland, okay, which is called pituitary gland. So what are the roles of hormones in initiating reproductive functions? Now we have to read that what are their the functions of role of hormones in initiating reproductive function. Okay, so endocrine glands release hormones into the bloodstream to reach a particular body parts called target site. Okay, so endocrine glands are the glands which release the hormones into our bloodstream, okay, directly to our blood, and uh, they target our body parts where have to be hormone is secreted. The largest the target site respond to the hormone. Okay, target site respond to the hormone. There are many endocrine glands or ductless gland in our body. Okay, as you know that there are many endocrine glands or ductless gland. They are called ductless gland because they directly flow in our bloodstream. Okay, they have no ducts by which the hormones goes to into different parts. Okay, it is directly secrete their hormones into our blood. Okay, the testes and ovaries secrete sex hormones. You have just learned that these hormones are responsible for the male and female secondary sexual characters. Okay, further, the sex hormones are under the control of hormones from the pituitary gland. Okay, the pituitary secretes many hormones, one of which makes ova mature in the ovaries and sperm forms in the testes. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that ova mature in the ovaries and sperm form in the testes. So there is a figure also given. Okay, figure 10.3. The onset of puberty is controlled by hormones. How they control? Okay, by this diagram you can understand hormones from pituitary stimulates testes and ovaries to release testosterone in male and estrogen in female. Okay, these are the important terms you have to keep in mind these things. Then released in the bloodstream and reach parts of the body, okay, which is the main target site. Okay, then the hormones released in the bloodstream and reach target site, then stimulate changes in the body at onset of puberty. Okay, so the changes of the yeah, changes in the body starts when anyone reaches at the onset of puberty. Okay, then Paheli and Bujo have now understood that puberty makes the beginning of the reproductive period when one becomes capable of reproduction. But they want to know if reproductive life once begun continues or ends sometimes. Okay. Now Pehli and Bujo have well understood, okay, that puberty makes the beginning of the reproductive period when one becomes capable of reproduction. But they also want to know that if reproductive life once begun continues or it ends sometimes. That reproductive phase of life in humans. Okay, now we have to understood these things. Then adolescents become capable of reproduction when their testes, okay, and ovaries begin to produce gametes. The capacity of maturation and production of gametes lasts for a much longer time in males than in females. Okay, in females the reproductive phase of life begin at puberty 10 to 12 years of age and generally lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years. Okay, maximum. The ova begin to mature with the onset of puberty. One ovum matures and is released by one of the ovaries once in about 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall of the uterus becomes thick so as to receive the egg. In case if in case it is fertilized has begun to develop, this results in pregnancy. If fertilization does not occur, the released egg and the lining of the uterus along with its blood vessels are shed off. This causes bleeding in women, which is called menstruation. Okay, I just shared with you questions also for today. Menstruation occurs once in about 28 to 30 days. The first menstrual flu begin at puberty and is termed as menarche. Okay, it is called menarche. This is the important term you have to understand. At 45 to 50 years of age, the menstrual cycle stops. Stoppage of menstruation is termed as menopause. Okay, so you have to understand these terms. Whenever the menstrual flow start, it's called the menarche. Okay, and when it stopped, it is called menopause. And you have to understand the ages at which it starts and it stops. Initially, menstrual cycle may be irregular. It takes some time to become regular. Okay. Paheli says that the reproductive life of a woman lasts from uh, menarche to menopause. Is she right? So, as other things are controlled by hormones, also menstrual cycle is controlled by hormones. The cycle includes the maturation of the egg, its release, thickening of uterine wall, and its breakdown if pregnancy does not occur. In case the egg is fertilized, it begins to divide and then gets embedded in the uterus for further development, as you have learned in the chapter 9. Okay, as a figure is also given in figure 9.8. We will see when, then we will discuss. Then, how is the sex of the baby determined? Okay, I heard my mother and my aunt talking about my cousin who is going to have a baby. They were discussing whether she would give birth to a boy or a girl. I wonder what makes the fertilized eggs develop either into a boy or a girl. Okay, so Mary, if you say that misunderstanding nowadays also in many villages. So if you understand these things, you can get aware about it on your villages also. So boy or girl, inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction. Okay, for determine the sex of the baby. This instruction is present in the thread-like structures called chromosomes in the fertilized egg. Recall from chapter 8, okay, that chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. Okay, I hope you know it. All human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes. In the nuclei of their cells, two chromosomes out of these are the sex chromosome named X and Y. Okay, a female has two X chromosomes while a male has one X and one Y chromosomes. The gametes, egg and sperm have only one set of chromosomes. The unfertilized egg always has one X chromosomes, but sperms are of two kinds. Okay, one kind has X chromosome and other kind of a Y chromosomes. Okay, if you see the figure 10.4, okay, it is given here. Okay, figure also given, and I can explain you like this. So if you see, okay, this is the uh, uh, structure of the chromosome of female. Okay, and this is the male. This the you know that 22 chromosomes are the characters which decide our only physical appearance. Okay, autosomes are called, and these two allosomes are called. When you go into higher class, so you understand these things. Okay, so they are responsible for the character of the baby. Okay, suppose the X chromosome of male is matched with the X chromosome of female, then the baby would be girl. Okay, then when the Y chromosome is matched with the X chromosome, then the baby would be a boy. Okay, so it all depends on the uh, sperms. Okay, of a male. Whatever the baby, the sex of the baby would be girl or boy. So when a sperm containing X chromosome fertilized the egg, okay, it developed to a female child. Okay, when it combined with the Y, it forms a male, develop male child. Okay, so this is the structure. Now you know that the sex chromosomes of father determine the sex of an unborn baby. Okay, so this is the main thing which you have to understand, that the sex chromosomes of the father determine the sex of an unborn baby. The belief that the mother is responsible for the sex of her baby is completely wrong, and to blame her for this is totally unjustified. Okay, so I hope you understand that these things, if there is any this type of myths also present in your villages or in your home, so you have to be get aware these things, okay, to the people who is not understand it.